Hello and welcome back to Third and Long Podcast. I'm your host, Mason Rooney, and as usual, I'm joined by my co-host, Cody Starren, who could watch Vikings football this week worry-free now knowing that CMC is on IR. Say hello, Cody.
Yeah, we still got to worry about Jeremy Chin back there, though.
Yeah. I mean, offense, you don't have to worry about that Panthers offense. But anyway, in this episode, we're gonna recap over Thursday Night Football and look ahead to Week 6 of the season. So let's get into it. Cody, did you watch any of Thursday Night Football?
A little bit. Mainly the end, because I figured it wouldn't be much of a game, and then I turned it on once. Philly kind of turned it into a game.
Yeah. I mean, from what I saw on Twitter and from what I heard from pregame, Philly fans really want Nick Sirianni to run the damn ball because they've been very reluctant to do so.
Yeah, they need to give that ball to Miles Sanders more. I mean, when they did give it to me, he's gashing him for 5, 6, 7 yards.
I think he was averaging like 7 yards a carry this game.
Yeah, he was gashing him badly, too.
I know.
But for whatever reason, Sirianni just wants to drop Jalen back 40 times.
When you have a young quarterback that's not really known for his throwing ability, you think you would want to run the ball a lot more, right?
Right, you'd think.
You think they want to run like a they would run like a Baltimore-esque type of offense, something to help take the pressure off their young, inexperienced QB, and try to just manage the clock.
But, absolutely.
But Sirianni just does not want to run the damn ball, and like everyone in Philly Twitter was just tweeting out run the damn ball, and stuff like that. So. And when they did run the ball, it was actually very effective. I just don't know why Sirianni refuses to do so.
I don't know either. And I can't tell if Sirianni is a genius or if he's stupid. Because, like, he's got a quarterback that can't throw the ball. But he's throwing the ball every play.
I know.
But then at the end of the game, I did catch. It was awesome because it was super smart of him to go for 2 there at the end to make it a 6-point game. Because even if they don't get it on the first try,
it's still going to be an 8-point game.
You got a second try at it. I mean, analytics say you're going to get it one of those 2 tries.
Yeah. But it didn't end up working out for them in the long run because they lost the game.
Well, yeah, because you give the ball back to Tom Brady, and Tom Brady wastes 6 minutes off the clock. And
I mean, Tom Brady's built different, so what do you expect?
Tom Brady in clutch time is Tom Brady, and you're not going to beat him.
Yeah. But on to Tampa's side, Leonard Fournette just feels like he works a lot better than he ever did in Jacksonville.
I feel like they utilize him better, and the offensive line in Tampa Bay is exponentially better than what he had in Jacksonville.
Yeah, but I mean, he had over 100 total yards. I think he had like 86 rushing and 2 touchdowns running the ball, and it was either 1-1 touchdown split or he had 2 rushing touchdowns. I don't remember which one it was.
I forget too.
But yeah, Leonard Fournette works out in Tampa, and he is definitely the lead back out there. Absolutely. Unfortunately so, because I drafted Ronald Jones in fantasy, thinking that it would be running back by committee.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, Tampa's 5-1. Yeah, and they're definitely favorites for the NFC South. Definitely Super Bowl contenders, and we'll see how well they continue on their season.
It's crazy that they're winning games this year, and it's not like Mike Evans is the number 1 receiver.
It feels like AB is the number 1 receiver out there now.
Absolutely, it feels like AB.
Like, AB started the season as wide receiver 3, and he's definitely wide receiver 1 right now for Tampa.
He's the most consistent, and he's just balling out.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think it'll last too long, because if this keeps continuing, he's going to start demanding number 1 corners, I feel like. And then it'll shift towards Godwin or Mike Evans.
Yeah, but Godwin really hasn't done much this year, which is odd to say, because he's usually been. Yeah, granted, I know it's a different different year. He's basically wide receiver 3 at this point, but
Right.
he's had an off year, but it's not necessarily his fault for it.
Right.
So, yeah, maybe this Tampa offense is going to get even scarier.
Right. I mean, like I said, if it's not one person, it's someone else that's hot.
Yeah. So,
And they're doing all this right now without Gronk. So
I know. On to the London game of the weekend. I feel like London should sue that they get this game, but they get to see their favorite team, Jacksonville versus Miami. So this is a game that sure is happening. That's the best. That's the best thing I could say. But
yeah,
Tua
kind
got
of a
activated
terrible-
off IR today. So
kind of a bad game though, because the Dolphins aren't very good, and obviously Tua is not going to make them a whole lot better than.
you don't think Tua's gonna change that offensive or change the team offensively?
I genuinely like after watching Jacoby Brissett play with that offense, I seriously think that he's just gonna be a Jacoby Brissett 2.0.
Mm. We'll see. Do you think?
Good.
Is doing this? Well, I was asking, do you think the Dolphins or Jacksonville's gonna get their first win of their second?
I don't think so. I think Miami will just barely edge them out. I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be close. People in Jackson or in London are gonna get a good game, but it's gonna be who can play not worse than the other. It won't be amazing football.
Yeah, it's gonna be sloppy, very bad but good football. It'll
You
be
might see 5 interceptions tomorrow.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised honestly, but I got Jacksonville winning. I think Jacksonville's gonna be able to get it done in London.
Okay.
Which, if this was in the States, I probably would have taken Miami. But I think Jacksonville plays pretty well in London, so that's my reasoning.
Yeah, but they have Urban Meyer as their coach this year.
Yeah, maybe the London girls will get it done for Urban. You'll coach a good game. Who knows?
Maybe.
Hey, London girls are kind of fine though, so maybe.
And
Anyway.
no comment on that.
Oh, yeah, you can't say anything. I could say that without any worry. Anyway, on to the morning games inside the States. We have Minnesota versus Carolina. In past 2 weeks, Carolina has looked absolute dog water. And, for Minnesota, they've actually looked pretty good with Kirk, being clutch. So,
One of those, I wouldn't say Minnesota's looked good.
you're right. You watch more Minnesota football, so
They've looked decent.
they've
but
looked better than Carolina has the last 2 weeks, is what I'm
that
getting at.
defense is taking another step forward this past week, so that's always good.
Yeah.
And we just gotta get the offense going. We can't be running on first and second down.
Is Dalvin
And
actually
long.
playing this week?
Delvin?
Yeah.
Yeah, but do we really want Delvin to play?
I don't know. Do you want Dalvin to play?
I mean, we're 2-0 without him, 0-3 with him.
That's a very fair point. But yeah, Carolina really has not looked good these last 2 weeks.
Now, one of the ESPN boys on the radio said that Minnesota might get double-digit sacks this week with how bad that O-line is playing in Carolina.
Yeah. Double-digit
Yeah,
sacks
I'm
is
not
hard.
saying-
That's hard to do.
That was him saying it, not me. I'm
I
a firm believer
I
that
don't think that's gonna happen. I'd say they get close. I don't think they get 10.
I can see his potential getting like 6 or 7, but I think 10's kind of a stretch.
10 is hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Minnesota walks away with this win. These last 2 weeks I've not been impressed with Carolina. And Sammy has not been playing his best ball these last 2 weeks. But who knows? Maybe he rights the ship and they just torch this Minnesota team.
Hopefully. Not.
Well, yeah, even regardless, I got Minnesota winning. I imagine you do too.
As long as we can contain Sam Darnold.
You're not
we
scared
let
of
Sam
Chuba
Darnold-
Hubbard?
Yeah, if you let Sam Darnold start running touchdowns in, he's gonna start feeling real comfortable, and it's gonna be harder to win.
Yeah, I could see that.
And keep Rashad Breeland off of DJ Moore.
Oh yeah, Dantzler's out with COVID stuff, isn't he?
I think he's back
Oh, is he back?
this week.
Ah.
He's vaccinated, so he should just only miss one game.
All right. Well, Minnesota or the Chargers versus Baltimore, which is going to be a great game.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a battle of MVP candidates right now.
This is one of those games where you'd be stupid to bet the under.
Yeah, but then it's going to be the under because both teams are just going to play insane defense for some reason.
I mean, from what I've seen from, I forget they're not in San Diego, but the Chargers, the LA Chargers.
I know.
From what I've seen from them, they're gonna play 3 solid, decent quarters on defense, and then that fourth quarter is just gonna be back and forth, just a shootout.
Yeah. Who do you got winning though? Because this is going to be the best morning game of the week.
I'm gonna take Lamar.
You're gonna take Lamar?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Lamar and the Ravens.
All right, I'll go with the Chargers. I think Herbert is just playing. He's not experiencing the sophomore slump you normally see amongst second-year QBs. At least so far. We're only 5 weeks into the season, or this is going to week 6. But so far, he has not. He's taken a big step forward rather than a step back this year. So.
Yeah, but these last few weeks, Lamar has just refused to lose.
Yeah, I'm not. This is going to be the game of the week. So. I look forward to watching this, and hopefully, we get treated to a great game as we should.
I hope so.
All right, the Rams versus the Giants. Instead of writing down actual notes, I probably should have just said, "Who cares?" Rams by a lot.
Yeah, Rams. They're gonna throw all over them, especially since the Giants don't have
Saquon. Is Danny Dimes out too?
I'm not real sure. I'll check real quick.
Yeah, but there's no reason the Giants should be competitive in this. The Rams have been playing great all year.
I think Galladay's still down too.
Yeah, Galladay just got is out. I think a lot of the receivers are hurt actually, so there's just no reason that Giants should be competitive, unless the Rams' entire offense and defense just tears their ACL all at the same time.
Nope. Daniel Jones cleared concussion protocol. He's good to go.
All right, so Danny Dimes versus Matt Stafford is going to end with Stafford slapping Danny Dimes with his fat, juicy wiener.
Wow. I agree.
All right. Houston versus Indy. Tyrod isn't back yet, is he?
What?
Tyrod isn't back yet?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so Davis Mills actually had a great game last week. They ended up losing still, but maybe Davis Mills actually is that guy. Probably not. I imagine Jonathan Taylor is just going to run wild, as he has been the last few weeks since Indy's been running the offense through him. But yeah, Indy should walk away with this win.
Yeah, I think Indy will win. I think Jonathan Taylor will probably end up just taking the game over.
All right.
I think they'll finally go to Jonathan Taylor more often.
They should, because he's basically the reason they've won the games recently.
And there's also a possibility that T.Y. Hilton plays again this week.
Yeah.
People forget that he hasn't played yet this year, and yeah, they should be better with T.Y. Hilton on the field.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
But even without T.Y., you could kind of tell they've missed T.Y., but the receivers in lieu of T.Y. have been pretty good.
Yeah, but there's no receiver on that field right now that
strikes fear like T.Y. could.
Strikes fear. There's no X factor receiver out there. You throw T.Y. out there, and you don't know how he does it, but he gets behind defenses.
Yeah, he's not. He has sneaky speed.
Yeah, he's just sneaky in general. He's a wizard.
Yeah, but
Indy lost in defenses.
Yeah, all right. Over or under 175 total yards for Jonathan Taylor.
I'll say over.
You'll say over 175.
I think he'll. I think he'll go over this week.
All right, I could definitely see that happening. I'm gonna go with the under on that. Granted, these are not actual bets. I'm just spouting out a random number for anyone that might be taking betting advice from us. I don't know if that's an actual prop bet anywhere. Probably is, but
It definitely is.
oh, definitely. I don't know what that prop bet number would be at though. So,
No.
what KC versus football team? Now, both KC and football team have been pretty disappointing this season.
Oh, absolutely.
Who do you think will be more disappointing this game? This KC offense or the football team defense? My bet is on the defense to continue to be disappointing.
Yeah, but even Casey's offense isn't that disappointing.
No, they've just been
Mainly Casey's defense.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do which defense is going to be more disappointing because I think we both know Chiefs defense is going to be disappointing regardless. So
They're historically bad.
They're just as bad as the Seahawks defense, and the Seahawks defense is down bad. They are down bad.
Seahawks defense is better.
Not statistically wise. Not statistically wise. They do have both KC and Seattle have the two worst rated defenses in the NFL. That's all I do know. So
It's just a matter of who's worst.
yeah,
That week.
yeah. So
I think KC will come out on top on that one just because I think that
they are the
I
better
think
team. They are just straight up the better
Patrick
team.
Mahomes will still torch
Yeah.
any defense.
Yeah, but I will say this. The two games that Tyreek Hill has gone off of have been the two games they've won. So maybe they just need to get Tyreek Hill more involved.
Oh, absolutely.
Green Bay versus Chicago. I think we both said KC wins, right?
Yeah.
All right. Green Bay versus Chicago. Green Bay's been great offensively, and Chicago's defense last week just disrupted the hell out of the Raiders. Granted, they have a lot more problems to worry about than football, it seems.
I'm going to go Green Bay by about 100 just because
You're taking Green Bay?
Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears.
Yeah, that's fair. I can't remember the last time I've seen the Bears beat Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers owns those Bears, and he'll put up 40 points. And I don't think Justin Fields, even though they've won, even though they've won a couple of games, Justin Fields isn't doing it.
Yeah, it's been the defense mainly.
It's been the defense. I mean, Justin Fields is still just putting up field goals.
Yeah. Great. In Justin Fields' defense, I think we've said this every week or every show. No rookie QB has been great, so his expectations are very low right now.
And his coaching situation is just horrendous.
Yeah, so it's not. Who knows if Justin Fields is actually good or not, or if it's just Chicago is bad coaching, has bad coaching.
He's already on his second play caller in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna take Chicago.
I think Green Bay still gets it done.
Oh, absolutely, but I'm hoping for an upset. All right, Cincinnati versus Detroit.
I'm gonna take Detroit on this one.
You think Detroit finally?
I think Detroit will get their first win. I think Dan Campbell will stop crying at the podium.
I mean, I don't really blame him for crying. He's had two very heartbreaking losses, and his team has not been playing bad. It's just been they've been on the unfortunate side of 2 game-winning field goals, and one of them was record-breaking. So it's just unfortunate that hold on. It's just unfortunate that it's been bad luck for the Lions these last few weeks. But yeah, I think you're right. I think Detroit could walk away with this win. But I think Cincinnati's just playing better offensively. That I think is just going to be Joey Burrow and Jamar Chase torching this Chicago or Detroit defense.
But they have yet to blow out a team, and I think that Detroit will play them hard all 60 minutes, and I think that
Detroit plays hard has been playing hard this whole season. They just haven't been able to finish out.
And I think this might be the time that Detroit closes one out, doesn't get kicked or get beat off of a last-second field goal.
Well, they don't have to worry about any last-second field goals. If you watched last week's Cincinnati game, no kicker could hit any field goal.
Well, no kicker's ever hit a 66-yarder, but
That's fair. Yeah, unfortunate circumstances for the Lions.
it's been a tough year for Lions fans.
Yeah, it's not like they've been playing bad either. We've said this, that they've played hard this whole year. They just can't finish out games, it seems.
It feels like that year that they went 0-16. I think they had 11 games decided within 3 points.
Yeah, Detroit just has a curse around them, and it's probably that Calvin Johnson curse, huh?
I mean, think about it, that 0-16 season is just a few missed kicks or a few made kicks away from being a playoff season.
Yeah, definitely.
It's crazy to think about that.
On to the afternoon games. We start off with Arizona versus Cleveland. I don't know if you saw the news last night, but Arizona's going to be without Kingsbury and a lot of that coaching staff.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're still professional football players. They know what they got to get done.
Yeah.
Everyone's there all week. I mean,
yeah.
Game plan will stay the same. Kingsbury will implement the game plan via Skype or whatever, Zoom.
Yeah, he's just gonna be on one of those robotic bodies with just his face on on an iPad right there or something.
And the people on that offense are intelligent enough to go out there and still execute that same game plan. In the Browns, they're gonna rely heavily on Hunt this week. I mean, Nick Chubb's down for the week.
Yeah, normally if your number one running back, who's the top 5 running back in the league, goes down, you would have some concern. But if your number 2 running back is Kareem Hunt, who's top 20 running back in the league,
I'd even say top 15, honestly.
Yeah, probably top 15. He's probably top 10 this year, honestly.
Just doesn't get the volume or touches to respect that as a top 10.
Yeah, but regardless, Kareem Hunt or not, Nick Chubb will definitely be missed, but I don't think you'll notice it on the field a whole lot.
I think you'll notice it in the terms of Kareem Hunt will have to play a full quarters.
Yeah, that's fair.
If he's not ready to play a full 4 quarters, endurance wise, this could end up being bad because at that point you're forcing Baker Mayfield to make throws, and I have a whole lot of
concerns
about Baker Mayfield hitting good throws.
Yeah, that's a very fair assessment. But do you think Cleveland is going to be able to be the one in 5-1?
I don't think so. I think it'll still be Arizona.
This is a tough game to call. If Chubb was healthy, I would say Cleveland. But I think you're right. I think Arizona walks away with this win. Just because, even without Kingsbury there, I think Arizona's just playing really good right now. And, yeah.
The only concern I've got is Arizona can't come out and play like they did off the start of the game against Jacksonville and then come back and beat Cleveland. Cleveland is a much better team.
Yeah.
So they got to start from the start, and they got to finish the game strong because otherwise Cleveland will be there.
Yeah. Also, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Chandler Jones has had a sack since week 1.
No, he has not.
Yeah, so. Yeah, they just need to. I think Arizona walks away with this regardless of all the circumstances around them right now. But I would not be surprised if Cleveland's able to be the one to be 5-1.
I wouldn't doubt it either, but
all right. Dallas, New England. Dallas has been great offensively and defensively all year this year. But do you think Bill Belichick will be able to keep this Cowboys offense in check?
I think it'll be a super close game just because it's in New England. No team really goes into New England and just starts blowing people out.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time anyone's blowing out New England in New England.
I mean, Gillette Stadium's a hard stadium to go play in on the road.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I think it'll be a close game, but I think Dallas come out on top by a touchdown or 2.
All right. Yeah, I think Dallas easily wins this, but I think it will be close just because Bill has a tendency to make it close, and he just able to do it somehow with very minimal talent. I don't know how he does it year in year out, but he always keeps it close. They may not win,
Yeah.
but they always fight. So
Belichick's a good coach, but ever since Brady left, he's not winning games, and I think it's just because of lack of talent. He doesn't have Tom Brady at QB.
he doesn't have
He
Tom Brady
doesn't.
to elevate his lack of talent.
Right. I mean, Tom Brady makes everybody look good.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter who you got on the team then, because Tom Brady can make them look good, put them in the good positions to succeed. Mac Jones isn't quite there yet. It's going to take a year or two for him to get there.
Yeah. So it's Dallas walks away with this win.
And those tight ends that they invested $150 million in is just not looking like $150 million.
Well, one of them's been worth it.
Hunter Henry?
Yeah.
Right, but Johnny Smith, he's not worth the contract they gave him.
No, absolutely not. But at least you have the money. Might as well take all the shots you could get, and one of them worked out for them, so it's not all bad.
And at the end of the day, I mean, Johnny Smith, it's still only week 5. He could step up. He could have a monster second half of the year, and it'd be worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're barely past a quarter way through the season, so there's a lot of football left.
A lot can change.
Yeah. Vegas versus Denver. Battle for second place and battle to see who could finally get back on track after 2 straight disappointing weeks.
I think it'll be Vegas.
You think Vegas is going to be able to bounce back after everything that's gone on with them this last week?
Well, Denver's showing that they're not really that team.
Yeah, that's fair.
They've beat 3 pretty mediocre teams at this point, right?
The 3 teams they beat:
Jets,
Giants. Was it Colts? I remember the 3 teams they beat at week 4, entering week 4, were all 0-3. So I'm trying to think of who those 3 teams were.
Steelers, Colts, or Jags.
Yeah, it may have been Jags, honestly.
I think it was Jags, but either way, they haven't really beat anybody good. And the 2 teams, they played Carolina and who they play last week?
They didn't play Carolina.
I thought they played Carolina.
No, they've played Baltimore week 4, and last week they played Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Baltimore. But either way, they haven't played those teams very well, and like you know, they both lost. And you gotta start beating those mid-tier teams if you want to be considered taken seriously, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. Vegas has had has had better wins over better teams.
And they played the Chargers pretty good.
Yeah, they pulled off the upset in week 1 against the Ravens.
Yeah, so anything's possible.
But I just think so much has happened with Vegas, with the whole John Gruden stuff, that I don't know if right now I don't know how much they're like coaching wise. I don't know how much has changed.
Probably not a whole lot's changed because I guarantee you, like I said, the special teams guy was the one that got thrown into the head coaching role.
Yeah.
I guarantee you he's still saying defense do defensive things, offense do offensive things, and he's just gonna be business as usual. Just a different guy motivating you in the locker room.
I will say this game is going to depend on how much Darren Waller is involved.
Absolutely.
Because if the last 2 weeks Vegas has not implemented Darren Waller into their offense, at least not effectively. So if they are able to use Darren Waller effectively this game, they walk away with the win. But I don't know if they do that, so I'm going to take Denver this week.
I'm taking Vegas, but
I want to take Vegas. I'm in Vegas, but I just
coin toss.
Yeah, it is in fact a coin toss, but I'm going to go with Denver this week. On to Sunday Night Football, Seattle versus Pittsburgh. Now the biggest news of this game is Russell Wilson's 10-year streak of not missing a game is finally over. Unfortunately so. I don't know if you saw the video of him, but he was practicing this week.
Really?
It wasn't like doing like team drills. He was like he did like the running. He was running around and stuff. He threw some balls with his left hand, but he wasn't like doing like 7-on-7s or anything.
Oh, okay.
He was just out there, helmet on, throwing balls with his left hand, helping out Gino. So
How is throwing the ball with the left hand matter?
he's ambidextrous. He's trying to be ambidextrous, or
We got it.
yeah.
Don't hurt yourself, man.
Yeah, English is hard. You heard me say it and you're like, stop right there.
I see you also have noted down, can Pittsburgh replicate offensive production from last week?
Yeah.
My answer to you is absolutely. Have you seen that defense in Seattle?
Oh, I know full well. But I'm hoping that they don't. As a Seahawks fan, I hope that their offense goes back to the weeks 1 through 4 or 2 through 4 offense.
As long as Big Ben wakes up ready to play, they'll put up 30 points.
I sure hope not. Maybe this no. I'm prop bet right now. Jamal Adams gets a pick.
0.
No, I'm betting my life savings on that.
No.
What's more likely, Jamal Adams getting 3 sacks or Jamal Adams getting a pick?
3 sacks.
You really think so?
Yeah.
All right. I'll bet money on the pick. But that's neither here nor there.
Happen. Juju's not there to tip him up in the air anymore.
That's fair. He's too busy dancing on the sidelines.
And dealing with whatever shoulder surgery he's got.
Yeah. Now the question is, will Gino cook?
Hopefully Gino cooks. I told you, if Russ goes down, I'm starting Gino. And this week, Geno Smith's in the fantasy lineup. He's ready to go. He'll throw 6 touchdowns and run for another 2.
Absolutely.
So.
Gino's going to put himself into the MVP conversation with this 1 week, and then they're going to trade Russell Wilson for 3 first-round draft picks and build around Gino.
But people also forget how good Geno Smith was coming into the league.
He wasn't good. He was above average.
Before coming into the league?
Before coming
college?
Oh, no, I thought you were saying in the NFL.
In college, that man could ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he got thrown on the Jets.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You can't really judge a man based on his time with the Jets because he was there right at the beginning of the end for them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ever since they drafted Geno, shit's gone downhill.
It has. I mean, was Geno after Mark Sanchez?
Yeah, I think he was the original replacement.
Oh, all right.
I think.
May want to look that one up, but a part of me wants to say Pittsburgh wins this game, but I can never bet against Seattle because they're the type of team that's just going to somehow win this with everything going against them. They're going to somehow walk away with this win. I don't believe it, though, so I'm going to reluctantly say Seattle wins this game.
I'm going to say Pittsburgh.
You're going to say Pittsburgh? And I do not blame you at all for taking Pittsburgh. But as a fan, I can never bet against Seattle.
Just so you know, Mark Sanchez started 15 games in 2012, and in 2013, Geno Smith started all 16.
All right.
With 1 start from Greg McElroy in there.
Dirty Sanchez.
So, yeah.
All right.
Geno Smith hasn't really had any good starting opportunities since then. So
yeah,
I think
I don't remember the last time he started.
I think if he plays as well as he did
on Thursday, as he did
quarter
tonight.
of that game,
yeah,
Seattle will be just fine because his one mistake was when Tyler Lockett tripped.
Oh yeah, absolutely. His pick was not on him; it was on Tyler.
And if Tyler stays on his feet, that's a dime.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're looking at that game completely different.
If Geno was able to lead a comeback, I would have lost my shit.
Absolutely, and he would have if Tyler Lockett stayed on his feet.
Yeah,
I'm a believer.
Also, I think I've said this before on the show, but I'm going to say it one more time. If Geno is able to lead us to a positive record by the time Russ comes back, I'm getting his jersey. So, I will probably be not ordering a Geno jersey, maybe. Hopefully I do. Ideally I would, but we'll see.
I wish my Jalen Ramsey jersey was supposed to be here today. I don't know where it's at.
So Someone has it, not you though. Monday Night Football, Buffalo versus Tennessee.
That could be a really good game,
It's not going to be.
or it could be a really bad game.
Yeah, that's what I feel like we're going to be getting. I think Tennessee is just not going to show up at all this week.
It doesn't matter if Tennessee doesn't show up because Derrick Henry's still on that roster. He's still going to rush for 180 and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, but their defense is going to be letting up everything. So
I think it'd be like a 42-24 type of game.
yeah, I could definitely see that happening. Derrick Henry is going to be single-handedly keeping this Tennessee offense afloat. But Buffalo's just going to overpower them for 85% of this game.
Absolutely.
It's a shame Josh Norman isn't on the Bills anymore, so Derrick Henry won't be putting anyone on a poster this week.
It's weird. I just realized this week he's playing in San Francisco.
Yeah, I remember reading that. And I just completely blocked it out of my mind.
I just saw him get burnt on the corner of the end zone, and
you remember that 1 year Josh Norman was elite?
Yeah. Started fighting
Odell. Yeah.
Started fighting Odell, and then the next year he was just buns.
Yeah. And I think he went to, was it Washington?
Yep.
Yeah.
Got a bag in Washington too.
Oh, he got paid in Washington, and then his career was just never the same.
I think that entire Carolina Panthers 2015 team just all peaked at one time.
Everyone peaked at the right time. They just weren't able to win the Super Bowl for it.
Yeah. I mean, that was their window. That was their window of winning a Super Bowl right there. Is that 1 year? Because everyone peaked, and after that, no one was the same.
I know, it's so jarring because you would think they would have to, or they would have had not a dynasty per se, but like a really good team that's going to be in Super Bowl contention year in, year out.
Especially considering they went 16-0.
No, they lost one game. They lost to the Falcons.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember because Julio torched Kuechly. He went up over 2 defenders and just ran in a touchdown. That's
right.
I remember that. It was over Kuechly, and I don't think it was Norman. It could have been Norman. But he went up and just worked. Atlanta Julio was built so different, dude.
Absolutely.
All right, now I think we both had Buffalo winning, right?
Yeah, Buffalo by probably two touchdowns.
I say 3, but points the same. Buffalo's winning easily this game.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, that's the end of this episode of Third and Long podcast. Be sure to follow us on our socials above us down here. Cody's pointing at his. And we will see you all on Wednesday when we recap week 6. And maybe I'll be happy. Maybe I'll be depressed. Cody will probably be depressed because he has to watch the Vikings play. But
they were winning this year or this week, baby.
Yeah, you would hope.
You know what? We're gonna get it, baby.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye.